That is another poster there. He's gaming on the next level. Yosha! What's up, guys? I'm Coach Donny from Elevate Yourself, and I'm a volleyball coach, volleyball player, and former art teacher and animator who makes educational, inspirational, and entertaining volleyball content. Welcome to part 2 of my HAIKYUU movie Battle of the Garbage Dump reaction, where we're in the middle of an exciting game between Kenma and Karasuno in the first set. Kenma has immediately noticed how much better Karasuno has gotten since the last time they played. Tsuki and Kuro are talking trash back and forth, and Kenma smiles for the first time. Don't forget to watch part 1 of my HAIKYUU movie reaction video series, and check out all my other HAIKYUU reaction videos from all 4 seasons linked in the playlist below. You can also receive early access to all my videos by joining our channel memberships below, and be the first to comment and receive priority replies directly from me. And let's get this HAIKYUU party started. Yeah, and all it takes is for someone else to push your limits too. Not just Kuro, but Hinata. Something about Hinata is unlocking something deeper in Kenma. I still haven't figured out why though. Like why Hinata has such an impact on Hinata. Good passing technique here. So it's a short serve. You notice when you're serving short, the trajectory of the ball has to change if you want it to land inside the 3-meter line. So say Kenma's hitting more under the ball, and that's really great. Imagine if they animated it where he's just hitting behind the ball and the ball goes up. But here, they definitely study some volleyball movement. You want to toss it closer to yourself and hit more under. So now you have a nice arc that goes up and down, because if you want to serve short, you can't just serve flat and then have the ball drop. That's not physically possible. And now for Hinata to pass it, he has to have his platform more parallel to the ground, so the ball goes up because he's already that close to the net. If he has his platform downward like a normal pass, behind the 3-meter line, it's going to go over. So great passing technique. Nice receive it! Communicating with their eyes. Ooh, that was a smash. Was that a triple block? So the reason why they were able to get a triple block is because when you serve short to someone, especially to a middle, oftentimes you take them out of the offense because they have to pass short, and most people aren't going to take the time to actually load again and then try to hit. So it made Nekoma's game plans really interesting to try to take out Hinata so he's not a threat, and then they can only focus on 1 or 2 other hitters, which is Tanaka. And look at Tanaka's face. See how his lips are puckered up, like he's really exhaling as he's hitting here. And great blocking technique. They're not blocking with their fingers forward, with their hands broken. Their wrists are straight, hands are firm here. Ooh, and Kenma is thinking deeply. This is a back and forth battle. Do you guys know how hard these sequences are to animate? When you have a ball, not just a ball moving, but a ball spinning, and then the camera rotating. Remember, in animation, you don't, unless it's like a 3D animation, but this is hand animated here, you don't have a camera that's actually rotating. You have to draw each different perspective. You have the speed of the ball, and then you have the rotation, and then you have the false rotation of the camera that they're trying to draw here. See how it's rotating? Oh, and then it hits the net. I think that net is CG though. Oh, nice up. Oi, oi. Yeah, that first set is crazy. Oh. I like how anxious she is. What's cool about this one, look how Asahi's like loading the breath. He's bracing his core to explode here. And as the libero from the Kenma breaks away, you see how he has to pull his arms back to absorb that force. And there's so much energy that even the energy waves were going through his shirt. I love how much more power. He's not just pulling away, it kind of knocked his right arm away. And even he felt like it was really powerful. He has like a strained facial expression. Wow, Kenma jumps pretty high to match up. Okay, I was gonna say, they should be able to go right over him because Kenma is not that tall. That's where height doesn't matter. Oh! So did Kenma pull his arm back at the last second? No, so I thought Kenma purposely tried to fake them to bait them. Well, unless Kenma slowly pulled his hands down to make them touch it first, then it would be considered an over. So the reason why a referee calls it over is because only part of the ball has to be past the plane of the net. So if this is the net, only part of the ball has to be part over the net and then you can attack it. But if the entire ball is still on the opponent's side, you cannot touch it at all. So good call by the ref. Okay, so he did do something on purpose. Ah, he's gaming on the next level. Man, you just forget how good the haikyu animation is for a volleyball movement. So when you're doing a float serve, see how he's presenting the ball here, and then you have to open up because your power should come from the rotation of your hips and your core, pulling your elbow back because the further your elbow travels, the more power you can drive through the ball. So his elbow's back, he's presenting the ball, his body's open and loaded, and then by the time it hits, he's rotating through the ball. Great serving technique there. Synchro Kogi! That's the Synchro Kogi theme music. Synchro Kogi again? Oh, I love it when it spins against the net. What is Kenma gonna do? This should be the third contact. Oh, he's gonna put a tough free ball? Maybe short again to take out the middle? Oh, because there's no libero? Oh! Maybe everyone was loaded for offense and forgot to pass the free ball. Man, Kenma is just taking this game to another level, and he smiles again. Kenma smiles again, but he does have those stress lines under the eyes, so he's starting to get tired. Let's see what formation they were in. I didn't get to do this while watching it in a movie. Okay, so they were not in free ball formation. Everyone was loaded to hit. First, you have to get into what we call a W formation. And also, most teams, if your libero is aggressive enough, they could take this ball. But if it's really short, someone else has to pass the ball. So if you look at my video on how to pass a free ball, it shows the formation you should get in when you're passing a free ball so the setter can release to the net. So if it's short right, it should be Tanaka or Daichi's ball since it's in the back right area. It's not even that short. Maybe he just saw that everyone was loaded and already thinking about the offense. So he put it as far away from Nishinoya as possible. Oh shoot, they just won with a free ball dropping. That's a terrible way to lose a set. He was just waiting for the exact moment where the spikers were getting into formation. Okay, so maybe it looked like Kageyama was gonna pass that ball. But either way, you're still moving too late. So this is what we call, what coaches call, being with the ball instead of being ahead of the ball. You have to be set up before the ball gets to you. You don't want to be setting up as the ball's getting to you here. So as soon as Kuro's, bumping the ball back, no one can hit that. The ball's below the net, and right now you should already know that Nekoma's gonna send a free ball before the free ball even happens. So at this point, Tsuki was gonna block in case the ball went over, but at this point they should already be backing up into their free ball formation. So as soon as Kenma puts his hands out, he's not gonna spike, so there's no reason for them to wait for that third contact before the ball sent over. So unfortunately, this is what we call ball watching. You're reacting to the ball versus reading what the ball's going to do, and the way you read what the ball's going to do is by watching what the player's going to do. So you got to be ahead of the ball, not with the ball. Oh, I like how Tanaka is still agitated, his head's caught back, and Daichi's arms are here, but Asahi's trying to comfort Daichi. If you've been enjoying this video, please click that like button and consider checking out Elevate Your Power Level, which is my anime reaction channel, where you can watch other sports animes with me, such as Kuroko no Basket and Blue Lock. I'll also be re-editing my original uninterrupted reaction to the HAIKYUU movie, where I recorded myself watching it in theaters, but will now add the movie alongside my reaction. That video is available only for members of the Elevate Your Power Level channel, so please consider joining that channel membership to enjoy that video. Everyone's getting so agitated. This must have been a difficult moment to animate because you're not just drawing Hinata, you're drawing versions of him, because we have Hinata with the Tsuki glasses, and we have the Hinata with the Kageyama facial expression. May Shrimpy always be in good health. Huh, why is he saying that? Those are some detailed shoes. Ah, Kenma actually acknowledges that they're pretty good now. I wonder what was with Kuro's reaction of going, oh. Maybe because he's surprised to hear any opinion from Kenma about volleyball. Yeah, what is it about Hinata that brings out this part of Kenma? I love the coats, by the way. I would like to get one of they kind of remind me of those swimmer coats, but I like how we have a tall collar. It looks cool, but it just keeps your whole body warm. I like how Kenma is the key strategist. You're saying it like if you wanted to and add some fries to that, go ahead again. Yeah, there's many solutions on the volleyball court. How's that Nekoma coach reaction or imitation? We have the bass, the slapping bass. Now it's getting exciting.
You're slapping the bass, man. There you
go.
So it looks like it's working. Serving short to Hinata. And now he's going to be late, or he's going to get tired. Oh, still scores though. Look at that landing. I think not just the spike, but the landing is the cool part. I like how Kuro's laughing. Maybe he's just impressed.
必ずしも商用を使う必要はなかった。でも、このくらいなら速攻を封じたことにはならねえぞ。
Yeah, setters are always trying to one up each other. Good setters.
俺もいい感じだと思ったんだけどな。商用。面白いままでいてね。
Aw, that's cute. Always stay interesting. I like how he's jumping back like a cat. Let's watch that again.
商用。面白いままでいてね。
どうしたひなた？あ
とたった1セット落としたら終わりなんて。
負けたらそんなこと考えて水差しちゃダメだよ。
Yeah, I'm curious why. I forgot why Hinata reacted like that. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Ooh, we gotta talk about Nishinoya's form. This is like Eric Shoji here. Arms parallel, shoulders forward, and thumbs down. When you point your thumbs down on your platform, it kind of helps open up your wrist a little bit. And the flatter your wrists are, the bigger surface area you have to pass in. If I don't do that, it's not the end of the world, but it just helps your platform open up a little bit more. And he's laser focused on his eyes. Great passing technique there.
いえ、今までの自分になかった思考を思い知るのは痛気持ちいいです。
What does she mean by that? Learning about perspectives I've never considered hurts. Yeah, I think putting yourself in someone's shoes is uncomfortable for sure, but that's what it takes to become an empathetic person.
リードしてたよね。うんこして帰ってきたら第一セット取られてんじゃん。ええ。なんでみんな自分ので見ないの？
Oh, okay, so look at that. So they try to serve short again. That's their game plan. Who is that serving? It's not Kenma. It's Kuro. And instead of Tanaka or Hinata taking it, you see how Nishinoya is taking it. So that's what he should do. Takes advantage of their space, Yamamoto. Yeah, he would be very annoying to watch with. Oh. So it looks like a long rally from Nekoma. That's a good matchup between persistent defense versus persistent offense. Oh, I think I just got it. Persistent on the land and one is persistent in the air. Wow. I just had a light bulb moment. This is the classic battle with karasuno crows being persistent with their attacking from the air, and then with the cat constantly defending from the ground. Wow. This guy's haircut's interesting. Yeah, when you offense takes a lot more energy compared to defense. Yes, that's a poster right there. The path that looks the roughest is actually the easiest. Ah, they finally score, but after like 4 or 5 tries. Man, if that was just one rally, that's a lot of back and forth. They make you work hard for every single point. Of course, Hinata is always energetic. Well, even the way Kageyama said that, he sounds tired. Like a little strained. That was good voice acting. What? So will Kenma, because he hasn't physically prepared for this match. And Kenma's still smiling. Okay, double block. Transition from Hinata. Oh, you see his Lev's hand in his eyes. So maybe now's where Kenma's like, we're finally wearing them down. They're not an open swing they missed. Hey, they recycled that play. That's okay. This one they did not. But you see how the hair still looks like Kuro? And this is the same sequence where we had Nishinoya passing short again. They recycled that animation. I think for a regular anime episode, that's okay. But for a movie, I think you should definitely continue to put a different scene just because you have a bigger budget, but I'm not the one managing the budget, so maybe they're just pressed for time on that. Oh, look at that soft block from Hinata and then that save from Nishinoya. Oh, sprawling on the ground. A freak quick. Oh, against the triple block. Look at that. You see how everyone's hands are pressed forward except Lev's left hand is further back to show that that was the hand that had just contacted, and that's exactly what happens on a block. Sometimes when people hit so hard, it kind of pushes your hand back. Really, really great detail on that animation. So silent. Yosha! I should yell that on the volleyball court one day. Sugoi! That's another one I keep hearing. Why is Grandpa Ukai smiling?
次カラスノが攻撃するとき、翔陽が万全の体勢で助走に入ったら、ブロック3枚とも翔陽にコミットして。
Tracking patterns, that's the key.
今、日向にコミットってなんでわかったんですか？ケンマさん怖いです。
今日、翔陽の打数が少ないのはわかるよね。
はい。
So maybe in crunch time, that's when they tend to use him.
それだけじゃないでしょ。翔陽に取らすだけじゃない。俺のことも使ってやがる。このセットの最初、翔陽が自分で拾って、さらにブロードを仕掛けたろ。でも次
I'm gonna land like that. I'm gonna make a video, do a slide, and then land like that for Hinata.
翔陽がライトへ走る助走路を塞いだ。最初取らすこと。
Okay, so if you pass short, you take away the path of Hinata running behind the setter.
翔陽がライトへ走る助走路を塞いだ。最初はたまたまかと思った。
And this is Nishinoya noticing. Oh, this already makes me a little sad. I think when the scene from watching the movie in the movie theaters where like the crow His wings are being ripped off, and you've taken away Hinata's wings. That actually makes me sad already,
焦りが募る
knowing that's gonna happen.
さっきの力んだアウトでより
When
明
you
確に
take
なった
away his joy.
そしてセッターならスパイカーのミスをそのままにしたくない
And maybe he's gonna stop going to Hinata.
タイミングさえ来れば商用に上がると思った
ケンマさん怖いです
And Kenma's gonna feel guilty for taking away his
ちょっとでいい
wings.
んだ何回も言うけどどんな攻撃も全部封じるなんて不可能カラスノのいつもならきっと決めてた数本を削れればいいその小さなストレスの積み重ねは一本のミスにつながるかもしれない
The master
それが
plan
2本3本
to
にな
bring
れ
the
ばいい
crows down to the ground. We just need to, what's that last? We just need to make that happen 2 or 3 times. Yeah, that's all it takes.
点だけじゃなく線商用の動線を断つ
And when they stop Hinata, I think maybe Hinata's like the lifeblood of
翼
Karasuno.
だね
That is another poster there. The end. I love these transitions from current time to
ケンマ
backstory.
なんだ腹減りかおばさんにエビせんもらったけど食う
Ooh, shrimp crackers.
ゲームクリアの方が悲しい
あ
Oh, I actually hate beating a game more than getting a game over. Maybe because that's when the fun stops. Because there's no more challenge and now there's emptiness and that's the end. Fascinating. The fact that I can rewatch the movie and pause and really think about what they're trying to say really helps create, like, bring more depth to the story for sure.
ゲームクリアの方が悲しい
あ
So maybe he's feeling sad. So is he feeling more sad that he has to do this to his friend, or the fact that he has to do a game over? Okay, serving short to Hinata. Okay, at least they score, and Hinata's still happy. Domai!
最強のおとりを邪魔できればブロックは格段に動きやすくなる
Yeah, you take away one hitter and just focus on one less, it makes a big difference.
迷ってくれるだけでもいいんだ俺が取る後ろかサイドに任せるって翔陽は今絶対にレシーブの意識
Alright, if I'm a coach and I can see that the team's trying to disrupt Hinata, I would just completely hide Hinata and create another route where you do have to sacrifice somebody to pass. So I would actually sacrifice Daichi and Nishinoya to try to pass the entire court if they're just doing a standing float serve, which is generally slower. And then maybe Tanaka if it's near him. So maybe have Nishinoya and Daichi pass 40% of the court, 40% of the court, and then Tanaka only pass like 10 to 20%. And just have Hinata hide really close to the net. And as soon as the ball serves, he just has to run somewhere else where the ball's not being served. And luckily for a short float serve, the ball's moving really slowly. So you have a lot of time to maneuver. So you run somewhere else and then you can start your full approach. Instead of always loading in the same way, you have to work around with that strategy, especially if the opponent is doing the same thing over and over again.
ここまでチビちゃんの存在感が薄いと感じるのは初めてだな
翔陽はきっと全部頑張るレシーブも助走の確保もでも
Chance ball!
何でもできるわけじ
Oh,
ゃ
they
な
have
い
their own synchronized attack. Whoa, Lev from the back row? No way. Yosha! So that was a pipe attack.
頭に入れつつ切り替えよーしもういっちゃアウト
Right when he has a chance to go on a run, he serves out. Wow, Karasuno's up by 2.
取れずに光栄か
すごいね。びっくりした。翔陽は面白い。
Wait, why is Kageyama playing left back? So this is what doesn't make sense to me. If this is the back side, Kageyama is the opposite. Unless, yeah, when he's back row, he's going to be setting at the least. So him and Hinata should be switched. Hinata should be playing left back. Unless they're trying to structure to where they have Kageyama play defense because maybe they know they're trying to target Hinata and Kageyama's better at digging, so they have Kageyama play the left back. That's the only guess. Oh, his shoulders are slumped. This feels like a horror movie. Man, that's some really nice breathing animation there. A lot of frames, a lot of images. The hair just kind of, as he's going forward and back, his hair is just kind of forward and back, and the shadow is changing too. That's really hard to do. Oh, poor Hinata. The fact that 3 rotations has already passed. He's always ready. But it's true that sometimes you can be so stuck in your thoughts that time passes without even knowing. And that's probably why they put Suga in to uplift the spirit of the team. Great dig from Daichi. Oh, they're running the 6-2. Oh, another save. And maybe by the time passing short to Hinata. Man, he's really trying to take him out. This is poor Hinata. He's gonna slip on his own sweat. Another dig. Oh, I remember this. Hurts my heart. Now he's completely taken out because he slipped. Oh. So, this is often what happens in long rallies is, we talked earlier about which one gets tired more, blocking or hitting. I mean, blocking is tiring, especially for middle blockers, don't get me wrong. But it takes a lot more effort to max jump and to put force into the ball than it does to ricochet off the ball, right? When you're playing defense, you're really just using the energy of the ball to redirect it, whereas for spiking, you have to generate all the force. And so over time in a long rally, the blockers maintain close to the same height, the defenders maintain close to the same speed, but the jumping ability and the hitting ability goes down and down and down because you're expending so much more energy. So it makes sense here, even though the blockers are late, Tanaka is probably swinging with less force at a lower height, and so even though he's trying to swing high, Lev ends up getting a nice soft block that's barely in. Whereas maybe if Tanaka was fresh, he would be able to turn around the block, hit harder off the block to skim on Nekoma's side. So this is very realistic, especially on the third swing in a long rally. Yeah, that sucks though, to work that hard and to not get the result. But Nekoma's working hard, like equally hard. The masterminds. Oh. Yeah. I'm starting to slowly figure out why Kenma might like Hinata so much. It's his innocence, it's this pure joy of the game. And now Kenma's getting sad. I'm starting to feel goosebumps just by watching that scene. Kenma is feeling sad because when he is clipping the wings of Hinata, he's also taking away Hinata's joy of the game. And that is what inspired Kenma to begin with, was probably his just sheer joy and innocence for volleyball. And I think that's why also Kenma doesn't like it when games are over, because once he solves that puzzle, the fun's over. And now there's no more fun, right? It's just the end. And this is the game with no rematch. And I think I feel especially sad for Hinata because he's still a little kid. Like, he's still going, oh yeah, I'm ready. But then he wears his emotion on his sleeves and feels defeated. And then he's like wiping his own sweat of his hard work. And I just see the look of Kageyama now, ready to scold him. So we'll see if he actually does scold him in the next video. Don't forget to join our channel membership so you can get early access to all my HAIKYUU reaction videos on Elevate Yourself YouTube. And if you like anime, make sure you follow me on Elevate Your Power Level YouTube channel for more anime reaction videos.